Just start singing.
All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of XMAS Your Enthusiasm. Don't forget, first of all, this season of XMAS Your Enthusiasm has been brought to you by Cheetos. Cheetos, hey, we're sorry about last season. This is the 7th episode of our season 6. You're welcome, you're welcome. In today's episode of Curb, we're going to talk about is the reunion. Oh, boy. To be honest, there's a handful that I kind of dread because they're so monumental within the series. And the whole Seinfeld run. Although, shit, now, have I done any with... they're all fucking... I can't remember if I did the read-through or whatever it was. Anyway, the reunion, which is, of course, kicks off that season's arc of when they do the Seinfeld reunion, debuted. It was part of Season 7, Episode 3. It debuted on... I don't know why I fucking tell you people this. October 4th, 2009. Niner. I was in love with this girl once, 100 years ago. She was from the Midwest. When I first met her, I was so infatuated with her accent. The number 9 was in her phone number. And this is back when you had to actually say them. And she told me it was 9, like the way she said 9, like it's still, anyway, yeah, she moved like immediately right after. So no hope there. No love there. Don't worry about it. Thank you guys. Anyway, the reunion. Approaching the 10-year mark, Larry and Jeff finally agreed to do a Seinfeld reunion show. However, after getting a bad set of tickets to a Lakers game, he tries to call the reunion off after offending the head of NBC. Meanwhile, Larry hatches a scheme to win back Cheryl by casting her as George's ex-wife. It occurred to me when this popped up, I think I've asked this before. Does Larry actually love Cheryl? And I'm asking that because he never shows her any, he's just kind of a dick or whatever normally. But now that she's gone, I don't know if it's because that's the way, songs go and drama. Now he's going to such great lengths because it's like, look, you have 1,000 shrimp boats. You're the king of the beach there, apparently. And yet he's willing to go to such lengths to get her back that he's willing to sabotage the reunion of what has given him his entire life, gave him Cheryl, I'm sure. There's no chance he meets her if he's not, hey, I invented Seinfeld. But he'd be willing to risk all that so we can put her in the show, willing to risk all that to get her back so that, it's like when you talk about what happens on Monday after the Breakfast Club. All right, he gets her back. It's like Coyote catching the Roadrunner. Now what? I'm pretty sure he's just going to go back. And I know this is a thing goes back and forth all season, but it just popped in my pretty little head a second ago. I did notice, I haven't read it yet, so I hope it's not... out of curiosity, I went back and I did comment on this episode the day after it aired. I went back on my blog and I looked, October 5th, 2009. Last Night's TV, that's the blog title. Wow, swinging life I had then too. Great. So here's my thoughts on this Curb episode. Wasn't as great as I was hoping. Oh, shit. Larry was funny, but the Seinfeld cast wasn't great. Ope probably nailed it. This is Ope's debut on the show. Welcome, Ope. Ope probably nailed it that Larry has gotten used to improv while the others are used to being scripted actors. Insert Seinfeld shitty actor joke here. That's not the blog, isn't it? And the idea that the only reason he's doing the reunion... Oh, this is me. This is back to me talking. The idea that the only reason he's doing the reunion is Cheryl is absurd even for him. Even dumber is the idea... spoiler alert. That's okay. Since we don't talk about the show. Even dumber is the idea that an exec would dump the project just because Larry told him to fuck off. I'm pretty sure if a Seinfeld reunion was in the balance, LD, hey, called him LD, could shit on the dude's head and get a smile and thank you, Mr. David, may I have another in return. Wasn't great, but holding out hope it'll get a lot better as the reunion goes on. Wow, I'm a little bummed. I do remember, not remember, but I must have been thrilled out of my mind when I heard about this whole Seinfeld. I guess I could go back in my blog, I'm sure, when I first heard about it. I could do that right now, but, I've already done fucking enough for you people. I must have been thrilled out of my fucking mind to realize this was happening. Anyway, guess what the last thing I said? Or not said, posted on my. And please, more in capital letters, more Leon. 1,000% right. Sorry. I feel like I like this episode better than I don't know. We'll see. But I do have to say, let me get this on the fucking record in case something happens to me. I swear, nobody lives in my fucking building. My building has, I don't know, 200 apartments, 300. Let's say 200. I don't know, a couple hundred. I've seen like 6 of them. I swear nobody lives here. Certainly there's no Karens here because there's 1,000% a homeless motherfucker that's been running up and down through here for fucking months. And one of the elevators has been broken for like, I don't even remember, maybe 2 years now. No fucking Karen would put up with that bullshit. That should be screeching. And I gotta say, I'm fucking disappointed because I live my life based on there being Karens around to take care of that shit. You know, they bitch about it. And when they're public enemy, I get to stand behind going, I don't know, I was fine with you throwing eggs in my face every day. She's crazy. I mean, I thought we had an arrangement here, an understanding, tacit as it may be. But yeah, I swear my building is fucking empty. And it was kind of confirmed the other day. We had a fire alarm in the middle of the fucking day. And we've been there like standing around for like 10 minutes. I look around. Everybody else is a fucking Wegmans employee. It's like me and 50 Wegmans employees. So what the fuck? So it's getting a little weird. And the building that went up, like right after I moved in here 4 years ago or whatever, maybe, they had been working on the building next door. And that thing's been quote unquote done for like a year or whatever now. I never see anybody else. There's no lights, no life, no nothing. Sounds like my love life. Hello. Anyway. All right, let's get into it now. The reunion. Don't forget this season of Xmas Your Enthusiasm is brought to you by Cheetos. Cheetos. Hey, we're sorry about last season. All right, LD. His record so far this season, by the way, is 30-34. Hold on. Right off the bat, Susie's sick, and Larry says, have you been tested for Lyme disease? What is it with him and Lyme disease? A couple episodes that mention Lyme disease, and I only reference it because he'd use the same thing in Seinfeld. Does he hate... God forbid somebody happen to someone he cares about got Lyme disease, or does he hate limes? I don't fucking... To be honest, I think I'm not as angry at Larry as I am Susie. She has a robe or whatever on, and it's kind of normal-looking clothing. Nothing hideous and hilarious at all, so a little disappointed. So I may be taking on Larry for that. Sorry, guys. Sorry, LD. Ding, 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 ding. I should get a noise for this. 2 minutes, 46 seconds in. Boom, Larry's at the NBC offices. Oh, Jeff's asked him, hey, will you come to this meeting to talk about Seinfeld reunion, even though we all know you're not going to do it. He's signing in the lobby. Guess who comes walking through? Of course, Cheryl. Because as we all know, I should have a noise to signal this. It is against the laws of the universe of Curb Your Enthusiasm to have Larry David leave his fucking house without bumping into someone he knows. So boom, just like that, his fucking wife of 15 years comes walking through. Okay. Okay, now he's like, oh my God, this is the second time we're bumping into each other in 3 weeks. Is he aware of this ridiculous fucking law of the Curb universe? Otherwise, she would have to start thinking, are you stalking me? Or could the tone be, hey, I thought we were breaking up. Stay the fuck out of my life. Any of those. A quick note, I don't know why I said breaking up. I should say divorce. I always pointed out, I find it weird when married couples say that we're broke up or we're... Anyway, we're fucking 9 minutes into this thing, and I haven't had a scoring decision. All right, let's keep the me fucking chatting nonsensically going for a minute. This is another instance of... There's 3 or 4 occasions throughout the series where they just find it convenient to all of a sudden Cheryl is a professional actress, or sometimes is an actress, or... You know, all of a sudden she's in the vagina monologues, or all of a sudden she's a teacher, drama teacher. I don't know. Larry's responding to Cheryl saying, "Oh, now she's turned into a Lakers fan." He's like, "You waited till after I left to be a Lakers fan." Reminds me of like the day I left for college is the day my dad bought a fucking riding lawnmower instead of me having to shove around the Sherman tank from the 50s in a 800-degree heat. Okay, now Larry's dreaming about a possible reunion because then he can win Cheryl back, and all of a sudden the entire cast shows up on the Seinfeld set. I must have lost my fucking mind. I cannot believe I shit on this the next day. Even if it wasn't as funny or whatever, like, I must have lost my fucking mind. Ugh. Wouldn't it be funny if after all this kvetching about it, I remember, oh, that's right, I never liked Seinfeld. Okay, now he's trying to convince Jerry to do the reunion, and they go back and forth about it, and it's not like a typical thing with Score because nobody's pissed off, but it is a bit combative in terms of philosophies. Jerry is incredulous that Larry would even bring this up, like almost to the point of offense. But I think I'm going to give Larry the win here because all things being equal, now he is kind of doing it for a nefarious, not really. I mean, he's not telling Jerry, he's not being honest or upfront with Jerry, but in his dopey heart, he thinks he's doing the right thing, and he's kind of being led by his heartbreak or whatever heartbreak is in Larry David's heart. I'm gonna be generous. His heart, so to speak, is in the right place ish. Even though I agree with Jerry, Jerry's like, what? We've never fucking thought. But I'm gonna give Larry the point here. He's earned it with the heartbreak. 1-0 Larry. So now Jerry's on board. Now he has to go convince the others. Not that I don't respect everybody else, but I find it hard to believe that if Larry and Jerry, trademark, put out the bat signal, everybody wouldn't come scrambling. And I don't even mean that, you're not scrambling to come back and be part of KISS. This would be coming back to be the Beatles of television. So I don't know why we got to go through all this, but okay. All right, he's talking to Jason Alexander to convince him, and George, I'm going to call him George, does that riff. They've done it he did it back in season 2 about, why do I want to play George? George is an idiot. He's a buffoon, and Larry's getting more pissed off because it's him, really. And now he's like narrowing about George. And I got to get the point to Larry. I mean, come on. He is who he is, and him being who he is has given you a couple of shrimp boats there, Jason Alexander. The character on this show. I don't mean in real life. So again, boy, Larry's getting a lot of hearts in the right place out of this episode. I mean, by a lot, I mean 2, but that's a lot for him. So 2-0. And these easy wins are piling up on Larry. I love Jason Alexander and George too much to give the old our maxim of sometimes it just helps to have a bigger asshole in the room. But now George is just bitching about the finale. It's like, well, you know what? Maybe we can tie up a legacy better. And so now he's pissing all over Larry. So now they're fighting about that a little bit. And Larry's he looks heartbroken. It's like, well, come on now. Like, you can think what you want, but why shit on the guy? He fucking wrote it. Get in the car, call someone else and fucking shit on him like a normal human being. So, wow. 3 easy wins there for Larry without really breaking a sweat. 3-0. Woo. One more. If he wins the next one, he'll be 500 for the season. The drama. It must be killing you. Breaking news, after putting up a very principled front for 8 seconds, the guy first known for doing a McDLT commercial has agreed to be a part of the Seinfeld reunion. Well done. It was brilliant of this whole stretch to have Jason Alexander and Larry, the 2 Georges, seem to hate each other. The only other direction would have been for them to be like ridiculous over the top. They love each other, but this is absolutely perfect. He's done it, ladies and gentlemen. Larry David is back up to 500 for the season, and once again, he's just handed an easy win. This is the scene where they get the bill, they split the check or whatever at this restaurant. Now, first of all, this didn't occur to me until just now. Why are they splitting the check? Number one, again, they both have a lot of shrimp boats. Larry has almost all of them. Larry's trying to convince Jason Alexander to make a major life decision. You'd think he'd be like, hey, I got the check. Now, and how much could it be? It looks like they each had a side salad and an iced tea or something. So why they even splitting the check in the first place, that never occurred to me, but that's ridiculous. But Jason Alexander, he goes, Larry's like, hey, let's coordinate the tip. What are you going to tip? And Jason makes you think he's joking at first, but he's like, you write what you want. I'm thinking of a number and all this stuff. He won't tell Larry what he's putting down. Now, I love this scene. It's hilarious. If you're out to dinner with me, and if you're another person, you're not. I do this bit. I've done this bit a million times. You write whatever number but like joking around for a minute or two. But just tell fucking Larry what your tip is. Why are you doing this, Jason Alexander? What's the fucking point? Why are you? It's ridiculous. Nobody's calling Jason Alexander an asshole, but boy, he is handing Larry the wins here. He's tied up. He's 500 for the season. A season which has, of course, been brought to you by Cheetos. Cheetos. Hey, we're sorry about last season. 4-4, Larry. Okay. Larry just told him what he was tipping, and it's $12. So even if he's tipping 100%, that means the total meal was $24. I believe I speak for all of us when I suggest, the fuck? I've said this out loud. A lot of credit is given to the Seinfeld arc of this. It's very meta, but now he's talking to Julia Louis-Dreyfus, and he's saying, "Oh, this could happen to Elaine." And he's talking about from the doll episode. So now we have Larry David on Curb Your Enthusiasm about a Seinfeld reunion, talking about a Curb Your Enthusiasm episode. My brain has turned the knob and opened the door of my skull and walked out and left. Slammed the door behind it. No forwarding address. Do not call, do not write. All right, that was a pretty quick sell to Julia Louis-Dreyfus. I call her Elaine. But they're like, oh, she's like, did George, is he okay? Jerry, is Jerry? And it's like, these people don't call each other. Like the second there was a whiff of this, Julia, Jason, Kramer, Jerry, they don't call each other immediately. What the fuck? Breaking news. Michael Richards has agreed to also be a part of the Seinfeld reunion, if you can believe it. It sounds like he's going to take a break from his burgeoning stand-up career and give this a shot. So well done, Larry. Kramer's in, guys. Let me give a little credit. I bitch at Larry all the time. His performance after Kramer leaves, now he's accosting the waiter from when he was Jason trying to get the tip. It never becomes a real fight or anything super weird other than the actual existence of itself. But I have to say Larry's performance, and it's like a 2-minute thing. He is fucking hilarious in it. So let's give it up. I give it up when I want to give it up. Hit me up on my DMs, girls. You know what? I've watched this episode a million fucking times, and it's only now occurred to me. The waiter may be just fucking with him. He's got Larry worked up that Jason Alexander paid $15 or something for $20 for a tip. It only just now occurred to me for the first time. Maybe the waiter's just fucking with him. Okay, now once again, Larry and Jeff meet up to go to the Lakers game, and Larry's like, "Hey, guess what? Everybody's in." And it's like, what the fuck? This is not only your best friend, he's your manager. He's putting this whole thing together. And you don't immediately call him or text him? This is 2009, right? I mean, we had phones then, right? I remember one. And he's like, "Oh, I'll just tell him when I see him at the game?" What the fuck? Also, what the fuck is this is almost 19 minutes and I've only bothered scoring 4 things. I don't mean bothered, but I've only had 4 things to score. And I've yammered on for fucking ever. Anyway, no apologies, no regrets, no mercy. No shit. Okay, if you motherfuckers make a t-shirt out of that, no apologies, no mercy, no shit, or whatever it was, I better get a fucking big cut of it. I better get a big bite of that shit. Oh, ding, ding, ding. Larry's standing outside the forum where, 20,000 people are gathering. And guess who walks in front of him? Cheryl. Okay, normal. All right. Now they get up, they find out their tickets are, they're like on top of the roof of the Lakers game. They're the worst seats. I have a better seat right now at the Lakers game. And that is 2009. And there's bitching and screaming. And so I am going to score this as, how could this guy give them these tickets? They're handing you the Seinfeld reunion in your lap, which will change your life, your children's life, their children's life. And you stick them with these things that I would fucking be too good to sit at for 2 hours? That is fucking insane. 5-0 Larry David. He might win out for the rest of the year. This is incredible. You're witnessing history, people. Well, if you were fucking listening, which you're not. But anyway, 5-0 Larry David. Okay, now this has just gotten even dumber and stupider and crazier. Uh, Not only has this guy, the president of NBC, given these guys the shittiest seats in the history of basketball, he's at the same game courtside. Like, hey guys, go to the game. I'm going to be at the same game in the same building. That is just doubly insane. Although I do like it gives an excuse to give a little love to David Spade, who's sitting next to him. Always welcome David Spade. But this is just insane. Another easy win for Larry. That sometimes it helps to have a bigger ass in the room. So now he calls the guy, and he's looking at him through binoculars, of course, that just happen to be, well, I guess if it does make sense, then the nosebleeds. And he sees the guy, see that it's Larry, and roll his eyes and not answer. And again, why would this guy do this? How could you be that stupid and rise to being president of NBC? What is happening over at NBC? NBC, call me, be on the show, we can talk about it. For money, obviously. 6-0 Larry David. This would be incredible. I mean, are we going to see the first perfect game from Larry? But they're just putting him on a tee for him. This dumb motherfucker. Jesus Christ. 6-0 Larry David. This is tricky, and maybe I'm just in love with Larry David tonight, but he gets another easy win, and it's even dumber and more ridiculous than you think, because he confronts the NBC president, and it's off screen after that point, but apparently he tells him to go fuck himself. But of course, this is another instance of Larry David cannot leave his house without bumping into somebody he knows. They're walking out of the forum or whatever, 20,000 people, and again, the guy's just standing there, and Larry just runs into him. Again, I got to it's almost like I'm scoring against the guy, because I'm like, guy, you need to sit there and eat shit and kiss Larry David's ass. Larry's not out of line for saying these are bullshit tickets. I'm feeling a little bit of elitism in me right now. I don't like it. I do not wear it well, as Larry just said about giving people the benefit of the doubt. Not for me. But Larry David is 7-0 right now. Unbelievable. Okay, I think we're going to get a flurry of decisions here. Now the Seinfeld, Jerry, Julia, Jason, JJJ. Have I never thought of that? And they're all pissed at Larry for fucking things up. The reunion's off. And in this case, I have to say, from their side, again, the guy should be kissing Larry's ass. But from their side, they are correct to be pissed off. They kind of put themselves out there. I don't know who else knows about this, but somebody does. And so it's probably not a great feeling. And maybe they were getting excited about themselves. So they have a right to be pissed off. And Larry's fighting back. But anyway, 7-1 Larry. First loss, no big deal. Okay, now Julia confronts Larry about some little confrontation, quote unquote, with her daughter, who's, I don't know, looks like she's 8 or something, a little kid. She's pissed about because he grilled her. He asked her a question. It's very benign conversation, and Larry tells her that it's bullshit. Larry gets an easy win there. I'm in love with Julia Louis-Dreyfus. I would never say she's an asshole, but this is a case of her character is the bigger asshole in the room. Larry gets an easy win there. 8-1. It'd be cool if I got a sponsorship where every time the record for the episode was and one, be commercial and one. So yeah, looking for investors, sponsors out there, guys. Hit me up, and they could have it could go to other parts, like talking about my lady friends and none. We could have fun with it, guys. I'm just saying, let's make some money, guys. Let's make some money. All right, again, 8-1, Larry, and of course, not satisfied with all these wins, Larry turns it on her and calls her bullshit on this birthday party he thinks she lied about. Turns out it was another daughter. She has 2 daughters. Hoisted on his own petard or whatever. Stupid, easy. It's like that was a unforced error there, Larry. You could have kept your mouth shut. 8-2, 8-2. Okay, now Jason Alexander's thing is he's bitching. I guess he found out Larry went back and tried to find out about the tip and whatever. And he's 100% wrong. Larry is right about that. You got to coordinate. But out of it, Jerry has a great line. No, Larry, tip's a solo, Larry. It's just the way he says it. I can't do it. But easy win there. 9-2, Larry. Again, the bill was $24 fucking dollars, bro. Okay, now Kramer comes in, and he has no idea about this reunion they're all talking about. And Larry's like, what the fuck? So now everybody's yelling at him, supposedly not telling Kramer and lying about it. It's like, dude, he did tell Kramer. Kramer was just staring at titties on the wall because I guess he's a 14-year-old. Easy win for Larry. Larry goes to double digits with the W's up in here, 10-2. I mean, that's ridiculous. Oh, no, I just sat there for an hour talking. I didn't hear words, Larry. Fucking A. I don't know why I think Kramer sounds like Deputy Doug's slower cousin, but anyway. 10-2, Larry. I have to say, this has been a pleasure watching Larry dice these idiots up. It's like the old that Tom and Jerry one where they're fencing or whatever. Maybe he's a Three Musketeer and he just chops everybody up with the sword. I don't know who the fuck it was. Bugs Bunny. Whatever. You know what I'm saying. This has been an honor to watch so far, Larry. I hope you don't blow it. By the way, I didn't mean to say that in a way to connote to you that I was somehow foreshadowing anything. I'm not thinking of, I can't remember what happens next, so no foreshadowing here. Calm down, everybody. Calm down. Think about those tasty Cheetos, which has been sponsoring Xbox Your Enthusiasm all season. Cheetos. Hey, we're sorry about last season. People give Jerry Seinfeld a lot of shit for his acting, but he's hilarious in this scene. Maybe he should have just improv Seinfeld. Although I think he's funny. So anyway, little note there. You're welcome. Easy win for Larry. They're arguing that Jeff's like, Jerry's right, you have to go apologize. And Larry's like, I'll begrudgingly apologize, which is hilarious. That is one of my favorite scenes of the whole series. But then Larry's like, I'll apologize for the apology. And Jeff says you can't do that. And they fight about that. I disagree. Larry's 100% right. You can apologize for an apology. I think I've fucking done it. Your heart's in the right place. You're trying to do the right thing, but you stumble, you say something stupid. Perfectly acceptable to apologize for that. It's not to say you're guaranteed to be successful at it, but Larry's right there. 11-2, Larry. This might be a record. I'll have to look whenever I give a shit. Okay, now Larry confronts Susie. Turns out he was right. She has Lyme disease or whatever, and it's all fixed. And he's like, what, no thank you? And even though you could say he's right, you're never going to win it. I'm probably never going to give you a point. That is just too gauche. Even for Larry, I mean, to quote a certain American hero, we are living in a society. Tough one there, Larry. Another unforced error. Just, keep your mouth. I don't know. I'm sorry. 11-3. Heading into the home stretch here. 11-3. This episode definitely has broken the record for just easy wins for Larry. Now he goes to the NBC president. He does the apology, begrudging apology. Can I apologize? This is one of my all-time favorite scenes. Larry is hilarious in this. Larry's been hilarious all episode. Now, as ridiculous as his apology, non-apology, begrudgingly apologize for the apology thing is, again, the idea that this guy, the guy says, fuck that, we're shutting it down because you told me to fuck off. The idea that this guy wouldn't say, thank you, Larry David, please, don't worry about it, because, he's the president of NBC, but he does have to report to somebody at some point. At some point, somebody has to go to the board the board of directors are going to hear, you said what? You turned down what? And this guy's gone, and he's not, I wanted to say ever going to work in this town again. I've never gotten to say that. That is just beyond absurd. And these guys are just handing Larry easy wins. But again, incredible scene. I love this scene. Ooh, quick point. I think this is the only episode that has a fake ending. The music starts in, but there's more. I think this is the only one that has that. So a little trivia for you to throw around at dinner parties. And yes, ladies, I am single, and I love Pringles. All right, that's it for the episode. Turns out, of course, while this guy tells Larry to go fuck himself in his shrimp boats, Larry, of course, sniffs out that he has, say it with me, Lyme disease. Did a fucking bear with Lyme disease attack Larry when he was a fucking kid or something? I guess Lyme disease is this episode's Chekhov's gun, as we know has to happen in the Curb universe, because Start showed up at the beginning. Now we have to have the Lyme disease pop up at the end. Saves the day, of course. But another little Chekhov's gun, and the other rule we have. When Larry calls Jerry to tell him the good news, show's back up, reunion's back on. Jerry, guess who he literally bumped into in the moment? Meg Ryan. So not only does the Curb universal law of if Larry David leaves his house, he has to bump into someone he knows, apply to Larry David. Does it apply to Jerry too? Is this why these two guys were such magic back then? They're the only two people ever had this fucking magic superhero gift. And anyway, and this is simultaneously with our Chekhov's gun thing, because early in the episode, maybe not in the first act, Jerry says, "Oh, it'd be great, Meg Ryan." And of course, that's who he runs into. So, is this the first time on our little podcast, me being humble, that these two universal laws of Curb have clashed in the same scene? That's pretty incredible. Also incredible that we're finally at the end of this fucking episode. 12-3. I'm gonna have to check. I think 14 is the record, but 12 is close to Larry's record. 12-3. So for the episode, that takes him to 42 and oh shit, sorry. 12 and but sorry, I can't. 42-37 for the year. Congratulations, Larry. And I have to say, I don't know why I was so tough on this episode when it aired. Other than I was a young man, you know what I'm talking about. It was as ridiculous as any Curb episode, but it was funny. Like, everybody was really funny. Larry in particular. This, I think, is one of the best performances. I hate to use that word, but that I can think of. He was hilarious. Also hilarious, Cheetos. Hey, we're sorry about last season. So, thanks everybody for listening. We'll see you next time.